Good evening there, YouTube. A little late out for an update. I don't normally do them this late, but I just come in from seeing Harvey Spooner's video. He had mentioned my electric go-kart in it, and I'll show you a little bit more what's going on with that here in a minute. I just realized how dark it is, actually, because I was working on my four-wheeler. So I grab a flashlight quick. Oh boy. Flashlight. Hope this ain't too bright. Okay. So, the electric go-kart, what's going on with it? Let me throw this belt over my John Deere because, well, actually, let's start with this. Got my John Deere 208 here. This I've done a little speed upgrade on. It now does 15. I just put a new belt on it here. Got a 40-inch belt. It's just a hair too long, about an inch, because this has a dual belt system on it, one in the back to the middle, and then from the middle to the engine. And it's got that. So, actually, I throw this belt up by the house so I do not forget to take it back tomorrow to Tractor Supply. Well, actually, no, tomorrow's Easter, they probably won't be open. Oh well. One of these days I'll get it. So let's see here. What's up with the electric go-kart? Well, you had mentioned in that video my gear ratio. Now, I had thought I had a 4.7 to 1 gear ratio. But after thinking about it, after you said that and trying to drive it, and how it only did 15 and the motor didn't top out at RPM, when with 4.7 it should have a top speed of about, what was it, 28 I think it was, with 15-inch wheels, which is what I got on it. So I went out here, and it was a late night. I was putting this thing together first for test running. That is not an 11-tooth sprocket like I thought it was. That is a 19 to a 47-tooth, giving me a 2.4 gear ratio. So yeah, that explains a few of my problems. Now, I'm not sure if I will end up keeping this motor. In the long run, I do know a place where I can get a way bigger forklift motor, which I'm a guy who likes a lot of power, so I may overdo it a little bit. Just depends. This will do for now, I think. Yeah, back to where it was. I will probably end up just putting a jack shaft in here. I'm running this 19-tooth to, like, oh, I don't even know. I checked Tractor Supply. That's the smallest gear they have, and that's the biggest gear they have, so I have to have a jack shaft. Probably just cut the gear ratio in half, probably. So it'd just be like having a 5-tooth and a 10-tooth up here. You know, if that's possible. You get what I mean. I hope. It makes sense in my mind, so it'll work. So yeah, I got my 2 deep cycle batteries on here for now. These are just for testing or whatever. Yeah, I guess that'll have it for this. This is going to sit here for a while because I am pretty low on funding right now. I still got I'd like to have a golf cart speed controller for it. That may not end up happening. It may just be on and off. Because they are not cheap. I checked eBay. And in other news here, well, I've got a lot going on. I just realized this John Deere, my 111, is also having a little upgrade, and it's leaking oil because I left it on site. I shouldn't have done that. Should have been smarter than that. But 111 here, this is having a slight speed upgrade to do 20. This is just, 4-inch pulley on the back and 4-inch pulley on the engine. Nothing special. And I put on an opposed twin. Originally had a little 11-horse Briggs on it, and that 11-horse Briggs, yeah, I like to burn oil. Really bad. It had no compression. And I checked the cylinder, the sleeve, and that's all scoring to crap. And I really don't feel like rehoning it and everything else, so it's just going to pitch the engine. Because I got hundreds of those little Briggs 11 horses laying around. You can't see them, but I know there's one there. There's one behind that air compressor, and there's one behind my garage. And then there's the bad one, which is already at the scrap pile, so yeah. I suppose you guys have never really seen this, I don't believe. This is my Honda Sport Track 300EX. I got a light on it, but yeah, this little thing, favorite little four-wheeler. I never driven one I've liked more than this one, my favorite one. But this is what I use for plowing snow occasionally. I got a new four-wheeler this winter that's way bigger, so I use that now. You can see this was actually on here when I got it. It's an old, kind of like a car shifter, I think it was. The latches, oh, maybe. Yeah, up and down, and that's how you lifted the plow. Nothing's really wrong with it when I had it. So I thought, I'll get into that in a bit. Cosmetic-wise, the only crack in the plastic is on the fender here. And some mice got to the handlebar here. So it's pretty good condition other than that. but when we get to the engine, we have a problem. I threw the chain, which I'll show why in a minute, and cracked my... You can't see it because the light's too bright. Yeah, you can see it. Come on, phone. I just got a text. No, second tell me. Anyways, I cracked my crankcase. It didn't crack the crankcase cover, which would be easy enough to fix. It cracked the actual crankcase. So I'd probably just JB weld it because I really do not feel like going through the hassle of taking all the stuff out of that engine and putting it in a new crankcase. Which if I recall that's what you have to do. But here's why I threw the chain. Oh, actually, I'm going to show you this too before I do that. You can see these teeth here on this gear on the engine. Yeah, they're all gone. That's not the original gear to the engine. That was put on. The chain is not original. That is a different size. And so is this rear gear. People who had it before me, chain was loose and always kept throwing off, so they welded a go-kart sprocket to it, which is something you should never do. You should just take a link out of your chain. And you can see they welded the original sprocket to the axle. Really smart here. So I'm going to have to cut off this old sprocket, get the right chain, a new sprocket for up there, make this thing work again, because I do not feel like buying a whole new axle. So I'm just going to have to try to fix with what I have. But yeah, that's that. Other than that, I don't know. Thought about maybe entering this for the fix-it contest, but there ain't much to do other than that. The engine and the battery terminal down there, that's all ripped off. And I think the carburetor doesn't need clean because I did that when I got it. So that's probably not the best entry. That's pretty well ready to go already. Got a tiller to work on. And yeah. Where else are we? Well, lawn season started, so I'm bringing a little bit of money now. I'm only 16 and don't have a job at McDonald's or anything like that, but I do make more than the people at McDonald's make with my lawnmower job. Not bad. Where are we? What are we doing? John Deere. This is what I'd really like to put in for the fix-it contest, but I am so low on money, this is like out of it. Like, just don't even want to think about it. This is Nellis Chalmers. What is it? I think it's a B212? What is it? Yeah, it's a B212. It needs just a little bit of work. What does it need? Starter motor sad, needs a new starter motor, or needs it rebuilt. All new blades. They're all rusted to crap, and I don't think they can really be sharpened back to original. New drive belt. Tires will be good. Oh, new rectifier system for that. All new electrical, because the electrical actually was shorted out by the person who had it before me, and it burnt pretty much every wire in this thing up. What else does it need? Engine, no, that's fine. It's just hard to turn over because of that starter. Well, I guess it's not terrible condition. I've had worse. Seems like there was something else. No, I guess that's it. No, I guess there's nothing else wrong with it. It still drives if I really get it. If I really want to get it started, I can get it started and drive it. And in order to turn it off, you have to pull this spark plug wire because none of the electricals work. But yeah, this is going to sit for a little while. Probably won't be an update for a while until I make it about 80 miles from my house to the surplus center to try to find some gears, because I'd rather not buy full price gears from Tractor Supply. And while I'm there, if I see a nice cheaper motor with more power than this, I'll get that. And no, they won't have speed controller, sadly. Remember that last time I looked. I have to look around on eBay for a used one that's cheap. But yeah, that's that. Opposed twin, that's blown piston rod. My mistake, I drained the oil out of it, forgot about it over winter, and I started it up in summer and blew it right away. And I'm getting a bazillion messages, so I better go. Somebody wants me. Probably another job or something. I'll have to do it for this update. See you later.